Hey, I'm Krista, owner of the Yoga Shala, and today we're going to talk a little bit about how to avoid injuries in practice, really on and off the mat, but specifically in terms of taking practice in yoga. I tend to see over the last 15 years, there are some basic things that tend to happen when somebody gets hurt in the mat. One, you're not present, you're not focused on what you're doing. If your mind is wandering off to your day or what you're going to eat or work or your kids or something like that, and you're in the middle of a yoga posture or you're taking a vinyasa or you're doing something with your body but you're not engaging your breath or your bandhas, if you're not mentally present and focused, you are very susceptible to hurting yourself. Especially if somebody's going to come adjust to you, because if you're not focused and present and then somebody comes to try to assist you, then the two of you together can also cultivate injury. But really focus mindfulness. You know, it's very normal for all of us to get to our mat and be in our practice and then our mind drifts. The whole purpose of practice is to create longer spaces between the thoughts in your mind, to create a moving meditation. Clearly all the other benefits of endurance and flexibility and strength and stamina and weight loss and all those things, they're byproducts. They are benefits, but they're not really the purpose. So when you notice that your mind is wandering onto something else, say, okay, I'm thinking about something else, and then try to bring it back. And we have these tools. We have the Mula Bandha, we have deep breathing with sound, we have the asanas themselves, we have the dristis. All of those are tools to help you come back to yourself. So don't be discouraged that you constantly have a mind that fluctuates, but just keep trying to bring it back to the present. So that's tip number one to avoid injuries. Now, the other really big thing that creates injury for people is when you're chasing postures. If you, specifically referring to Ashtanga in the primary series or second series, you want the next pose, you want another posture, you want something new. And so you're trying really hard, you're pushing too hard, too fast. If you are moving on too fast or you're being moved on too fast by a teacher, then that is absolute susceptibility to injury, because you do need to allow your body to build up the strength and the stamina and endurance and flexibility to prepare you for the postures that come next. That's what's so beautiful about Ashtanga Yoga and so brilliant about it. For many of us, we come into the practice with fascial imbalances, with old injuries, old stuff that actually kind of has to be revisited. So sometimes there's pain, sometimes there's tremendous discomfort, but it's not injury unless you're forcing and pushing too hard. So there's a fine line between that, but that's why you want to have a teacher and you want to have dialogue and open communication with your teacher. And that's why in our practice, Mysore style, it's really important to come at the same time every day. That's why we try to offer the same teaching. I'm early mornings, Shelby's mid mornings. You get to know your teacher and they get to know your body. So you kind of get to know what that experience is like and what you need. Sort of along the same lines, if you're constantly comparing yourself to the people in the room that are next to you, that's gonna A, frustrate you mentally. It's also gonna wear on you physically, because you're gonna constantly be comparing yourself to the next person. You live in a very different body than anybody else in that room, and you have a very different life experience. Everything that from what you consume, to your past, to old injuries, to pregnancy, to you name it, is gonna affect who you are and what you're doing in your own body on your mat. So really don't compare, because when you do compare, again, it's sort of like that pushing too hard too fast, or not paying attention, or just really getting down to yourself and then not being present on why you're on your mat. So those are the biggest reasons that people do tend to injure themselves on the mat. And the easiest thing to avoid injury is to just come without expectation about what postures you're gonna get, or how you're gonna do today, or how you're gonna feel in your body, or how you're gonna look. Truly just remember that this is a yoga practice that is for you, with you, and it's because of you. So come with that inspiration inside, that it helps to make you feel better and heal you from the inside out and the outside in, and that you're worthy of this practice and that you're beautiful, and really just be present and patient. You know, only the best things in life come with time, come with real cultivation of something tangible. So put in the energy, put in the work. There's no quick fixes in Ashtanga Yoga, and there's no real shortcuts in Ashtanga Yoga. If you take the short route, I promise you'll pay for it in the end. So come to your mat with zero expectations, with real love and genuine sincerity about getting to your mat just to be the best version of yourself that you can, and you'll be amazed at what unfolds over time with consistency in your practice. Namaste.